Hi, this is Alex Zaholski out of Luck, Wisconsin. In my first evangelism video, we'll talk about a friend of mine who rolled up on me as I was sitting in the parking lot at Walmart. And this is a gal that I'm pretty familiar with. We've known each other for a few years now. She goes to the same home church here in town that we do. There's about 120, maybe 200 people that show up every Sunday. And pretty solid, connected group of people. Well, this gal rolls up on me as I'm kind of sitting there, and she prompts me to roll down my window. It's a bit cold outside, so we're talking from one car to the other. And she asked me if I'm listening to a sermon, which I'm liable to do on frequency, and she's familiar with that. So I say no, I'm actually reading a book, and I show her the Power of the Blood of Jesus book that I was trying to finish reading for our class, and she said, "Oh, that's cool." And I said, "Yeah, it's pretty epic. It's been blowing my mind, the things I've been learning and understanding, and we kind of talk back and forth. Well, she asks in turn if I can pray for her, and I say, "Oh yeah, what's going on?" And she mentions that she's got some really serious back pain that's been plaguing her for quite a while now. And I say, "Oh, okay. Um, have you ever had somebody lay hands on you and pray for healing?" And she says, "Yeah," which kind of surprised me because I know the church body that we come from, and it's a pretty conservative group of Baptist influenced, non denominational, you know, people that go there. And I asked her about it, and she says, "Yeah, the elders prayed for me one time." And I said, "Oh, was it for physical or mental?" Knowing a little bit about her history, and she said it was for mental. And I said, "What was the result? How did it go?" And she said, "Yeah, it was awesome. It was really really helpful." And I said, "Well, that's pretty cool." And then she mentions something about um, the back pain that has been plaguing her, and mentions that she's got some one of those heavy duty drugs. I can't Vicodin or something like that. And I mentioned that the more I read, the more I study, and the more I learn as I'm going through ministry school and so on and so forth. Um, that taking different pharmaceuticals, different drugs, things like that, can actually open up doorways for demonizing. um, and I kind of told her a little bit about my story, how I was quite plagued with different evil spirits that were affecting me in ways that I was just kind of oblivious to most of my life, until kind of diving into some deliverance things through Fire and Grace, the different sermons online, and some other teachings from Derek Prince. But so I had mentioned that to her, and it kind of opened up her eyes as to different aspects of things. And we kind of talked about how our church doesn't really um, look into those types of things, believing that Christians can't be plagued with evil spirits or demons. Jesus already paid it all, and covers us in his blood, and so on and so forth, which on the surface sounds really good. Um, but I know that that couldn't be further from the truth in reality. So I was pretty comfortable talking with her at this time. We were just kind of talking from one car to the other, uh, as I was sitting there waiting, and being familiar with her. Um, it wasn't something that was difficult to approach by any means. I do feel that it could have gone better if I would have maybe just took up the opportunity right there to actually, um, do the praying or laying on of hands, and which I'm becoming more familiar with. But there's probably quite a bit there for me to still learn and understand and find more faith in. But I did feel pretty. Uh, how do you put? I definitely felt the Spirit um, telling me that I should have prayed for her right there on the spot. And she had a passenger in the vehicle with her, which isn't any excuse. She was going into Walmart, and I was soon going to be receiving my kiddos as my wife dropped them off, as we kind of switched roles there, and she had an appointment that she had to go to in the evening. And so I said to the kiddos, that we're gonna go, and if we find Devin, we're gonna pray for her. Um, and oops, I should have said her name. My bad. But but yeah, so we go into Walmart, and we weren't able to find her. She must have been in and out just quick as can be. She was working at the time. She has a client that she takes care of, a few clients in a home where she gives them care around the clock. So it was a great time getting a chance to talk with her, and kind of diving more into the truths of what the power of Jesus really has to offer. And I look forward to the next opportunity to speak more of His truth. So thank you, and I'll sign off for now.